What's up everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. Well, today we're gonna be doing a different look, and we're starting off by doing our hair first, and I'm doing the bold cap method. Basically just apply my wig cap on, and then I'm going in with the got to be glued hairspray and drying it out with a hair dryer. And I applied this twice before deciding to cut off those edges, and then just make sure that you don't cut off your ears, so just be careful here. And once I was done doing that, I basically decided to tuck in the excess wig cap at the back of my hair, just tied a knot at the back. And then next I'm just going in with the foundation, and I'm just trying to blend it in with my skin tone so it can have that bold effect. Then next I just went in with one of my very oldest wigs. This wig is about roughly around 10 years old, could be more, and yeah, it's very old and it does not have any structure to it. So I just decided before I ditch it out, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it to the best of my ability. And as you can see here, I'm just going back in with that got to be glued hairspray, and I'm basically applying it on top of that wig cap before basically mashing it together with my wig. And as you can see here, I'm really trying my best to pull out some baby hairs to the best that I can. I haven't bleached any knots on this wig, so it's a struggle, but I'm just going in and I'm cutting out some baby hairs roughly. And then next I'm just laying them down with a got to be glued wax gel, yes. And I wasn't gonna have this wig for long, so I just decided to roughly, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and put my hair bonnet, do the other eye makeup, and then I'll be right back. So now I'm starting off my eye makeup, and I'm applying the Kryolan Concealer, and I believe this is a D63 or 62. I'll just make sure that I put the correct description on the description box below. And I'm just blending it out with the middle of my finger just so it doesn't have any brush creases. And then next I'm just going in with the Spectrum 18 color eyeshadow makeup palette. This one is called the Belle collection, and I just bought this a few weeks ago. If you've been following me, you will know when. And I'm just going in with a pinkish soft brownish shade, and I'm just applying it all over my eyelid area before going in with the darkest brown that we have on there. And this one is a matte color as well, just to darken in that previous color that we just applied. Then next I'm going in with the same concealer from Kryolan, and I'm basically gonna clean out that eyelid area where we're gonna be applying some glitter. So that's what I'm doing here. Then next I'm going in with this fine pinkish glitter, which you will see in just a minute. Once I applied it on top of the concealer, which is actually helping it adhere, so I did not need to apply any glitter glue or glitter primer prior, because the concealer was holding it in very well, and it actually translated differently from what I was expecting, and I loved it. Then next, for lining my eyes, I'm going in with the Essence eyeliner pen, extra long lasting, and of course this one is in a black shade. And I'm just making sure that I wing it out all the way out, and then yeah. So I'm actually taking my time on applying this liner just to avoid any mess ups. And then next I'm going in with the LA Girl Very Black Gel Liner, and this is what I'm going to use to apply on my lower lash line. Also taking my time with that, a touch of mascara and lashes off camera. And then I'm back in with the foundation primer, and this one is from Stage Silk Veil Pore Minimizing Skin Refinisher, and I'm just making sure I spread it out all over my face evenly using my fingertips. And then of course, once I was done with that, I'm going in with two foundations today, and I'm going in with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and this one is an NC30. And next, also the darkest one I'm going in is from Loreal Paris Infalible 24-hour matte foundation, and this one is in a shade called Mahogany. And I basically just went in with the darkest area of my face with the dark foundation and the lighter areas of my face face with that MAC foundation just to give it a nice blend with my wedge sponge. I just made sure that it was a little bit damp before applying any of the foundations, mainly because this will actually help the sponge not to absorb all the foundation, hence I went in with a damp one, so that really helps. And then next I'm just going in with a concealer, of course the very same one that we used for the eyelid space, and I'm basically just highlighting and cleaning out underneath my eyes, and yeah, just a little bit, because this concealer can really go a long way. The little bit that you use goes a really long way, and it's just helping sharpen out that wing liner that I applied previously. Forgive me as I'm not able to talk properly today for some reason. I'm just a little bit sluggish. And then next I'm just gonna apply it also on the bridge of my nose, as well as my forehead, my cupid's bow, and of course my chin area, just to highlight those areas a little bit more better, and so that those features can stand out a little bit more better. So of course I'm going in with the same wet sponge that I used to apply my foundation with, and I'm just quickly blending out that concealer before adding any powder to it. And for the powder today, I'm gonna be going in with the LA Girl Pro powder, and this one is in a shade called Banana Yellow, and I'm just applying it underneath those areas that I highlighted with concealer, also those areas that I really want to stand out a little bit more, and that would be around my eyes area, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and slight contour on the hollows of my cheeks. And then now I'm just going back in with my powder brush, and I'm basically taking out that excess powder. So I'm just lightly brushing it off. And one thing I learned about this powder, don't let it sit for too long, or don't apply too much of it, because it can really dry you out, as it just creates those cracks. And I don't mean cakiness, it just has those dry cracks, and it wasn't so nice. So just be careful, use a little bit of it. And then next, just for contouring, I'm going in with the Milani Sunset Duo Blush and Bronzer, and this one is actually in a shade called number 4 Sunset Shore. So I'm going in with a darker shade, and I'm basically just helping to darken my face a little bit more, sort of like bronzing it out. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm just applying it on the sides of my nose, of course, and around my face area, as well as on my cheeks, just to help tone down that powder a little bit. And then next, for the blush, I'll be going in with the Bobbi Brown blush, and this one is actually in a shade called Pale Pink. It is pale, but on camera it really translated very well. I actually love it. I'm in love with it, and I think this might be my go-to blush. And yeah, and then once I was done with that, I'm going in with the W7 Big Blush, Big Bold Blushes, and I'm using this palette. I'm actually going in with one of the highlighters on there, which has sort of like a silverish tint to it, and I'm just applying it on the bridge of my nose, as well as on my cupid's bow, and a little bit of it on the apples of my cheeks. And because today is actually a very cloudy day and my highlighter cannot be seen from space, so we decided to go in with the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip, and this one is in a shade called Spotlight, which has a little bit of a silvery tint to it, and it just brings it all out the way that we want it to. So I'm just applying a little bit of it, and of course dabbing it out with my fingertips, and just add a little bit of it on my nostril area, my forehead, and backing again on my apples of my cheeks. And then once I was done with that, I'm going in with the Davis Eye Lip Liner, and this one is a blondish shade. And then for the lipstick today, I'll be going in with the Loreal color 805 Personality, and I love this beautiful brownish shade of lipstick. And then just to sum up the whole entire look, sort of like just to finish up the look, I'm going back in again to my hair, and I just decided to add some big curls to it, just randomly, just to give it a little bit of, you know, to stop looking so worn out or worn down. So once I was done curling my hair, I just went back in and finger combed out the curls a little bit so they can be a little bit looser looser, yes. So yeah, that was the whole and overall of the entire look. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and stick around for the photos. Yep, and that's about it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.